What's up? Today we're bringing you some 3S GTE cylinder head action. So I had a customer actually call me a couple days ago and was telling me, man, we want to see some videos, we want some new videos. So I know I've put up a lot of 3TC stuff lately with the red Corolla, just racing down there, and it's just been a lot of 3TC stuff, getting the spare motor together. And the billet crank that came in for the 3TC race motor down in Hawaii. So I figured I got back home from Hawaii and been thrashing here in the shop, and I've been working on, I ported some heads. I made a video of that before we left, and I got this head that I'm putting together. So we have a second gen cylinder head that we're putting together for a customer there, and don't really want to release his name. It's kind of up, some guys like to keep some of their stuff top secret, which I understand. That is their personal preference on what they run and what they do, but I'll just show you guys the head as far as what we did. And I'm trying to get this thing assembled so I can get it back to them. All right, so we got a second gen here, all cleaned up, ready to go. It's been ported. This head's actually in very, very good shape. It's very nice. If you look in here, I love when you see some of these original gold plugs that are actually still gold, and somebody didn't go in there and blast it all up, and just basically look like somebody really took care of the cylinder head. I mean, look at all the castings, and I mean, it just really, really still has that nice shiny aluminum color to it. So you can see here we did a full port and polish. Get the light in there. So intake ports are all done. It's got some GSC valve guides, and really looking to see how this head works out for him. He had an issue before where his last cylinder head, some of the seats were moving. So I believe it was some of the exhaust seats were moving, and when we came to investigate the head, once he sent it to me, you could realize and notice that some of the exhaust seats, it had like a really thin exhaust seat. So typically even like a factory exhaust seat would probably be, let's see. So to give you an example, a factory Toyota seat, they're probably, if I had to guess, looking at these seats here and all the other seats, like if you look back there, that's a 3S head. We actually changed the exhaust seats because in this particular head, they did move on the exhaust side. But the intake seats, if you look at the thickness from, let me get this little drill bit here, from the base of the seat to the top of the seat, they're all kind of the same. So if you look at this, this is a 2J head here. Again, the thickness of the seat from here to here, even on the exhaust side, they're all kind of the same. So if I had to get a number, let's see, roughly about 265 thousandths, let's say, right? And even on those copper beryllium seats there, you can see they have a really thick shoulder. So what that does is support the seat. So the thicker the seat, the shoulder, right, basically from here to here, gives the seat more stability inside of the actual bowl area. So when we got the other head that he had, the seat itself was probably only about that, maybe about 150,000. So the seat was a lot thinner than your standard Toyota seat or any of the seats that I have seen. So here's a look at the exhaust port on this second gen, and so if you glance in there, that's the port on the second gen, the exhaust port, I mean, and it should be a good deal. So I'm really excited to see how this head really works out. You can see here how we had to do some serious cam clearancing. I mean, this thing has a pretty big cam, bigger than I've ever run. So it took us some time to make sure we notched the lifter bore to make sure it cleared enough so he wouldn't have an issue. So I don't like to take away too much material. I kind of want to take away as much as it needs, and don't get crazy hogging stuff out. But so here you can see the cam. I believe it's a GSC camshaft. And I've never really used GSC. I know these guys make good products, whether GSC or Kelfoot. Everybody seems to make a really nice cam. We tend to custom make all of our cams with web. So that's something that I've just always stuck by and continue to do. Here is the spring and retainer combination. So again, GSC retainer. This is their Beehive spring, very, very strong spring to hold up to 10,000 RPM, get the right pressure that he needs and he's looking for. So Again, very strong spring, has a lot of good spacing in between the coils to avoid any kind of coil bind. And this is cool, really small, lightweight retainer. So the OD of this retainer, God, I don't even know how wide that thing is, but beauty of that is you save some weight. So if we went to millimeters, it is a 20 millimeter retainer on the OD. So pretty small considering this thing has 32 millimeter buckets. You know, so if you look at a 32 millimeter bucket, the actual OD of the bucket, considering how small that retainer is, you can kind of get an appreciation of how small and how lightweight that is. Also in the bag we got some valve seals. So GSC valve seals, Viton, they're Viton seal kit. So I'm going to put this thing together. So let's assemble this head. Here it is all assembled. So it's got the Ferrea Competition 1 millimeter oversized valves. And that's it, it's ready to go. Next is box this little guy up and send it off to its new home. So along with this second gen head, we have a few more that we're working on. So this one here you guys had seen I was porting. It was in one of my later videos. This is just a pocket port style head. A pocket port that we did for a customer on a full build. So you'll follow this along as we get the block together and all that. And here is another one we have to fully build. So this will not be a pocket port. This one will be a full build. So these are here. I'm gonna wash them up again and get them, you know, get this one off to the machine shop next, get a valve job resurface done. And this one has to get fully ported, intake and exhaust, cam clearancing and all that. So we're gonna work on that one. Probably not this week, I would say next week I'm gonna try and jump on that. Last but not least, we just got these in. So we got some 3TC billet intake manifolds. We have them made in a short style runner and in a longer style runner. This longer runner is for the distributor style setups. This is for the coil pack non-distributor setup. So just some cool billet stuff that everybody obviously loves. So all right guys, I will keep you updated next. Again, we hope to get the Starlet dynoed in a couple weeks. That is the plan, and we'll keep you guys posted on that. So take care, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.